having us here today. My name is Rumi Chinar. I'm a professor at NYU at the College of Global Public Health and also in computer science. And Sophia is also here, who you'll meet, and she's project manager for our project called Go Viral. So you might be thinking, what do we do that's across computer science and public health? Well, we try and use a lot of data from the community into public health surveillance models and epidemiological models. Has anyone ever heard of tracking the flu on Twitter? Yeah, so you might have heard people doing this type of thing. We've kind of grown different studies out of that, trying to get more specific information from the community. So not just looking at passively mining data from Twitter, but also getting participatory reports from individuals about how they're feeling, what types of symptoms they have. And then also beyond, because when you have symptoms that are like influenza, it could be the flu, it could be a cold virus. So we actually have these kits that we send people if they sign up for our study from wherever they are around the city. So they have it at home, and if they get sick, they'll send us a fluid specimen. So it's not as gross as it sounds. I'll show a little video for our study. It's all online, and it would be really amazing if folks in this class wanted to sign up because our study allows you to track your symptoms on a weekly basis. So even if we know if you're sick or not, we have a sense of how many people are well. And then if you get sick, we get a result about what type of virus there was. So that's kind of very interesting. And we could also have you as a data point in our data set for the class, for example. And so we could see from this class how the season progressed, if anyone got sick, if multiple people got sick, was it the same type of virus or was it different viruses? So it's kind of a cool exercise for the class also to be part of that data set. Let's see, I just wanted to, I brought a couple giveaways just to get people a little bit excited about our study. It's called Go Viral. It's a very fashionable t-shirt with our logo. You'll see it in the video I'm gonna show also. So I just had a couple questions for public health type students who might know a little bit about cold and flu because it happens every year, especially in urban areas like New York City. Does anyone know what types of viruses besides influenza people get affected by in respiratory season? So if you have a cold, does anyone know what type of viruses could be there? And these will all be in the panel that we'll test your specimens for. Yeah.
Coronaviruses?
Coronaviruses, very common. I think you're probably a little bit, I'll give you not the small one. So that's awesome. Yeah, coronavirus is very common. In fact, last year, most commonly when people had flu symptoms like a runny nose, fever, cough, it was a coronavirus here in New York City. A smaller proportion of those are actually influenza, so different types of coronaviruses. Now, why are we actually getting data from the community instead of looking at what happens through sentinel sites, doctors' offices, hospitals? Because obviously they collect very robust data as well, but who comes in and they do some testing. Does anyone have a guess about how many people who, from our studies and other, who have gotten sick with some type of cold or flu actually go in to see a doctor or go to a hospital? And you can think about your own experience. If you get sick, what's the likelihood that you'll actually go in to see a doctor? Yeah.
Probably not, unless the symptom is progressively, getting really bad.
Yes, it's most likely that people don't. And do you have a guess for what proportion of people, like what percent of people who get sick go in?
20%.
20% is actually correct. So we find about consistently our study, other studies in the US, in different countries in Europe, about 80% of people who get sick don't go in. So that's why it's really important to do this study, because we're capturing data that it just doesn't get captured otherwise. Okay. Any questions so far on just kind of explaining what's happening? Yeah.
Does it matter if you got a flu shot or not?
It doesn't matter. We ask for vaccination status because as public health students, you can understand that when you get a flu shot, it's very good to do that. It helps the community. It may or may not protect you individually from this year's flu strain just because it's a guess, right? And so we find that we can get some estimates of vaccine efficacy based on our data because we see exactly what type of virus people had. Yeah, that's so we do capture that information also. Okay, why don't I show the video, which might stir some other questions, and then we'll let your class proceed. And during the break, maybe we'll help you guys sign up. And I'll just show the website and video right now also. Okay.
What is the
goviralstudy.com. So this is where you'll go if you just want to sign up.
share my screen here?
So for folks who are watching this online also, it's very easy. You can go sign up yourself. And if you're not in class, we actually usually mail people the kit. So it'll come to you in the mail. But for folks who are here, it's really easy. We brought them here for you to just grab in person. So if you just actually scroll down a little bit, so you can sign up. We have a little bit of information about what's happened in previous years. And then this is the introductory video I thought would be good for us to all watch.
All right. Thank you, Rumi. And one thing that she mentioned, which was especially interesting to me, is their willingness to share the data from our class with us, anonymized, of course. But I'm having this class. She's coming into this class and also my BIOS 2 class, and I'm looking forward to hopefully having enough people to have a data set so that we can use in future offerings of this class, and maybe when you guys take BIOS 2 next year. Kind of fun to analyze our own data. So if you're interested, please do go ahead and sign up. And yeah, if you guys would just stick around for the break.
Yeah.
And
we'll stick around, and then when you're in the break, I'll just show the sign up sheet on here,
okay.
And then we can give everyone a code so that we know you're in this class and we know which data to